The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market is about to explode. $600 billion is what's been urged for the US to spend on Bitcoin, as well as a $180,000 Bitcoin price prediction from a very reputable source. We'll break it all down as to why this is an urgent announcement for cryptocurrency holders and for those that are in and those that are thinking about it. We'll get it all in this video, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more. And with that being said, let's get into it. So the bull market of 2024/2025 will be renowned for being the institutionalized FOMO. The reality is retail simply isn't in the market yet, albeit it is coming. This is driven hugely out of institutions, Wall Street, and much, much more. Look at this. Asset inflows continue to be very strong. Around $3.18 billion is what's been trading on these ETFs. And you look at kind of how this has played out over the course of the last few days. In fact, we're seeing over $500 million yesterday. In fact, as high as $750 million into last week. The institutional FOMO is here. But here's an interesting metric for you. For every Bitcoin sold, 1.28 Bitcoin is being bought. This is why we are sat at 102,000 and why people are predicting we're going to go significantly higher. And the fact, since September, persistent imbalance in the buy to sell ratio strengthens BTC's bullish outlook, and this is set to continue into the 2025 bull market. And I think this is very interesting to think about. Price fluctuations are always going to happen. We actually saw a flush out in the market only the other day, but you look at long-term versus short-term holder threshold, and it's very interesting. In fact, we are starting to see a movement. Short-term holders are starting to buy, while long-term holders are just selling a little bit of this $100,000 mark. We always knew that was going to be the case. Long-term, though, however, the big wallets are holding significant value, and that's why you've got someone like Dan Morehead urging the US to move $600 billion in gold reserves into Bitcoin. Now, he's the founder of Pantera Capital. We actually track a lot of the wallets that he tends to have, and more importantly, his institutional funds. This is crazy. Pantera Capital is a big liquidity provider. They offer lots of opportunities for many other cryptocurrency assets, and this is why it's a big deal. They're in the market, they know what they're talking about, and more importantly, they are clear on where we should be going. $443 million is currently what they hold, and guess what they're holding? Ondo. This is a big deal. We talked about it live on my stream this evening, but Dan Morehead is emphasizing that the US holds $600 billion in gold reserves, suggested the country should consider moving towards a digital gold or Bitcoin, arguing it's better suited for wealth storage in a modern digital era. In fact, China and El Salvador finding huge deposits of gold. Well, the reality is there's never going to be any more than 21 million Bitcoin, and we already know that a lot of that has already gone. And again, this is why you're getting VanEck predicting huge moves. In fact, $180,000 Bitcoin, a strategic reserve that could get announced in less than 4 weeks, and bank custody. Now, understand why this is crazy. Bank custody on the balance sheets could be insane. This absolutely would, in my opinion, give a mass adoption for institutional investments into Bitcoin, which then opens its doorway to many others, so specific altcoins as well as many more. We actually know that ETFs are skyrocketing. We're potentially going to get an XRP, a Solana. We know Grayscale just launched a Chainlink reserve, which is very interesting indeed. But this is why we are seeing this flow. A ETF industry record $1 trillion in 2024 inflows, and we haven't even got started yet. So understand how big this truly is, and more importantly, where we're going to go. VanEck obviously giving their view on what this looks like, with a $6,000 Ethereum and $180,000 Bitcoin, and things like Sui and Solana mean $510 respectively. This could be incredibly bullish, but there is an expectation of 30% retracement, 60% dumps on the back of it. It's all part of a wild cryptocurrency bull market. But what should you be doing right now? Well, the reality is you've got to do what's right for you. Taking profits on the way up is a sensible decide. Having some paper for those corrections that we know are going to be coming, and more importantly, being in a position that you can once again buy. But understand the macro side of cryptocurrency right now is like nothing we've seen before. Institutions are flocking to buy. The fact that we've got an XRP stablecoin coming out pretty soon is even bigger. This will go down in history as the market of institution, and we may never go back. You only have to take a look at what's going on with the chart right now, and this is super bullish for Bitcoin. We continue to push to the upside, and more importantly, breaking past previous horizontal resistance lines aligned with some of these exponential moving averages. Lots of metrics are pointing to a strong move. Take the weekly candle as an example. This is incredibly bullish, and we continue to push on the upside. Bear in mind, this week alone, we actually wicked down to 94,500. We could close above 104 over the course of the next few days. Watch out for this. But on the daily, this is a very interesting candle. When watching this, it closes in 6 minutes. We aren't quite going to get there, but we could. If we see a little bit more movement to the upside, we could close with the highest daily candle ever recorded for Bitcoin. This is a huge deal and one that we absolutely should not take lightly. So lots of metrics right now are showing very bullish on Bitcoin. Money is flowing into things like Ethereum and XRP as they continue to push as well. And don't forget, total global market capitalization at 3.55 trillion still has a little bit of a way to go, nearly 2.5% to get back to all-time highs on this metric. So if you're not already in, maybe now is not the right time, but I think there'll be a correction that you can get ready for. Equally, if you haven't got position in altcoins, I would absolutely get ready because altcoin market is going to get crazy. But 180k Bitcoin, 200,000, some wild people even think this could go to 300,000, all of which you need to be dialed in for this bull market. So hit that subscribe button and don't forget, smash up that like button to a brand new all-time high if you enjoy this type of content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.